Oh, I guess it went on some different shit. I pushed the wrong button. But anyway, we're back. Blunt Kings Podcast, episode 50
Simon.
Holy shit. Simon Cassie, we are back. You might be wondering why we got our hair slicked back and some hairnet shit. Because we on some different shit today, I said.
We're going to be bringing it back, Holmes.
Yeah.
You know, this is the way we used to do it back in the day when we was original little chavos running around the Nuevo.
We're taking it back to East Los. You know, we're going into Los Angeles. We're going to be talking about some
the Nuevo.
YG Drakeo shit. You know what I'm saying? So, how was your week, Omega? Before we get into all this funny shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now for following the character. No, everything been all right, man. You know, I'm blessed, man. We've been getting some rain. You know what I mean? Helping out my plants out in the back. You know what I mean? Got all the...
They finally got some agua.
Everything's going good. I done got to water every fucking night. You know what I mean? Like, takes a lot to keep the roses going on. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Takes a lot to keep the irises and everything else. You know what I mean? The lilacs. Other than that there, you know what I mean? It's been good. I've been blessed there. I've been surprised there. You know what I mean? Gracias de Dios, we haven't had a lot of hail. Yeah. So I've been super chill. We've been getting more rain than hail. You know, especially out where I've been, it's been, you know, dumping down every night. You know what I mean? A lot of people have been seeing some rain. We just got some rain here earlier here at Straight Damage Studio. You know what I mean? Probably about an hour. Lightning and the Thunder had to delay it just in case because we didn't want to get, you know, cut off in the middle of you know, doing the podcast.
I hate when that shit happens. It happened to us last year, honestly, and that's why we had to take the precautionary steps for today.
We were like, but Charlie, how's your week, brother?
No, it's been good, dog. My week's been pretty good, dog. I've been pulling the weeds and
it's an easy time when it rains,
you know what I mean?
It makes it easier, man. The hands you can just pull it out. De volada.
I got a new T-shirt from Hometown Heroes this week. Honestly, that's why I wanted to do the
Felix the Cat.
Yeah, you know, I had the fedora or like the. You know, the Kangol hat on, but...
the bucket hat?
Yeah, I wanted to go slick back like some, what's his name? Flamas or whatever the fuck his name.
Yeah, like flames, papa. You know, we do it, pa.
Hey, pa.
Hey,
you
pa, you know, we do it,
we break
pa.
shit down over here, pa. Over here at Blunt Kings Podcast.
We break it down.
Yeah, we break it down, we roll it up, and we smoke that shit. And, you know, we pack it up if it needs to be packed up. And if it's something dope, we talk about it like, you know...
This topic.
Bone Thugs and Harmony, East 1999, Eternal turns 31 today. Jeez. Very classic, underrated, yet fully inspirational album from Cleveland's own Bone Thugs, the Mo Thugs, you know, the ghetto cowboys with that thug mentality, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
All of those. Preach.
So shout out to Busy Bone, shout out to Crazy Bone, shout out to Lazy Bone, shout out to Wishbone, shout out to Flesh Bone. You know what I'm saying? There's one of the major groups to just spark the different side of rap, and I know we talked about it a couple times before, but I just wanted to, you know, give them their flowers while they're here. They just got their star. I know I was talking shit, you know, on the conspiracy side of it, but you know, Bone Thugs has always been one of my favorite groups, and it was really, I was proud of them, and I was really sad for them at the same time when I seen them get the star. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of bittersweet if you ask me, but you know, regardless, shout out to Bone Thugs. They deserve every flower that they get, even if they had to do something crazy to get the new flowers a little bit faster or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, shout out to Bone Thugs, bro. I remember listening to East 99 Eternal.
I was dressed like this when I was fucking listening to that shit, man.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Because if you look at everybody back in the day on the motherfucking actual album cover,
yeah,
they were all backward hats and fucking...
They were wearing the Pendleton
lines up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like... That was our culture. That was our time. So,
Cortez,
you know,
Dickie pants.
Oh, man. Cortez,
Dickie suits.
I
believe they were like one of the ones that kept the Dickie suits alive.
Ben Davis?
After Eazy-E passed away, yeah, the Ben Davis suits.
What about FB County?
FB County.
Remember FB County?
Remember
dog?
Boss? Remember Boss jeans? What about Menace?
I remember Menace jeans. Yeah. But all those cats there, you know, they just we created that culture at that time. You know what I mean? Like, that was the real shit we're going on. And, you know, Bone Thugs, Mo Thugs there, you know what I mean? They had different albums they all ventured on in. They brought a lot of people in there, you know what I mean? So Bone Thugs and Harmony.
This
you know
war
what I mean?
shit ain't stop until these motherfucking cop body ride.
The art of war? Yeah. The art of war, cuz.
Yeah. They were the only group to have Biggie and Tupac on the same album. They actually got features from them for that album, which was unheard of at the time during the beef and shit like that. Yeah. So it was just a crazy time to see.
And it's cool. They'd be like, yo, they don't know nobody that I fuck with, and they don't fuck with anybody I fuck with, so fuck it, I'll do a song with these nobodies, and you know what I mean? And they're like, or you know what I mean? They like at the time, you know what I mean? And be like, yo, fuck it.
They fuck with Eazy, might as well jump on the track.
Shit.
Yeah.
Why not?
But anyway, How is shit? Let's jump into these hip hop questions, A Omega.
Let's do this, bro.
Hip hop questions of the week. You know, we know you want to get to know the Blunt Kings, so we ask these questions weekly, so you get to know us and be like, oh, these guys know what they're talking about, and they did definitely grow up in some hip hop shit. Because there's a lot of people that hate on us. A Omega brought one to my attention this week, and I didn't even see it. It was someone that was defending Jay-Z's honor. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool. This is what we're here for. We're opening up the floodgates for these discussions. If you don't believe that your favorite artist is a piece of shit, then we could have a discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let's do this.
It's how it is.
We're all here for the dialogue there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna stay calm, adult, collected, you know what I mean? And make sure that, you know, the real shit gets spread out across the board.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Hip hop question number 1. What was the first hip hop moment that made the music industry realize rap wasn't just a trend, but a permanent genre? Like, was it Rapper's Delight, Run DMC with Aerosmith, NWA, something else? What was it to you that made it more than a genre?
Oh, for me there, right off the bat, when I knew shit was gonna go down, was fucking Master P.
Okay. The whole No Limit independent movement, right?
Yep. Once that, you know, Ghetto Dope came out, and I was like, damn, these fuckers are gonna have a run.
Was there 2 different versions of that album? Someone told me, like, I remember talking to a really big No Limit fan back in the day, and they said there was Ghetto D, Ghetto Dope, and Ghetto Dawn. Is that true?
No, Last Dawn.
Last Dawn. Okay.
Last
But
Dawn
was
there.
there Ghetto D and Ghetto Dope?
The first one was the Ice Cream Man.
Okay.
So it was Ice Cream Man.
So maybe
Then you had Ghetto Dope.
maybe it was called Ghetto D when it was in like Walmart or Target, right?
Well, they didn't say dope there. They had to keep it real parental advisory on that there. So Target
That makes
at
more
that time,
sense.
Target at that time, you would get make rap like this, and
Yeah.
then like the other one would be like get crack like this. You know what I mean? Ghetto Dope.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I remember seeing those ones at Targets.
Okay.
Because they were really trying to set themselves apart from the Wallies at the time and be like, yo, we got better shit over here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
Better
if we are going to
quality.
sell it to you, we'll put it as Ghetto D and you can have the
But
the
we want to
edited
be
version.
conservative as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we want to uphold our standard.
I would have to agree with you on that, dog, because like the No Limit movement, not only was everyone buying everything that No Limit dropped, but like every kid in my school was wearing K-Swiss shoes because Master P was repping K-Swiss shoes. Like it was that serious. You know what I mean? Like how we were talking earlier, this is how we dress when we listened to Bone Thugs, right? With the
Right,
Pendleton.
with the Cortezes.
They were doing the same exact thing with everybody on the No Limit camp. Like, oh, they're wearing, what kind of shoe is that? I want to buy that. I want to buy the No Limit jersey. I want to buy the No Limit merch that's in the back of the booklet. All the other
We'll find that
albums
at the
are back
state
there.
fair this year. I know with the tank on it.
So I'd have to agree. At No Limit, I think that's where like you're like, damn, this is way more than just somebody going commercial. Like you could do this by yourself and make millions of dollars in the process and be one of those major staples in the game. You know what I mean? Like how Master P ended up being, right?
They moved real fast. They had 28 albums that dropped in 1 year. That's between the groups, the males, the females there, everybody doing their independent project as well. So when everybody really gets into that fucking groove, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things that can happen as long as everybody stays in the same energy and on the same fucking page, eh?
Dude, something happened. I think I erased like 4 of the questions. I don't know where they went. But anyway, oh yeah, let's see. There's the other question. Let's see. Oh yeah. If one hip hop classic album had never been released, which missing album would have been the one that changed rap history the most and why? Would it be The Chronic, Illmatic, Ready to Die, Straight Outta Compton, or The Blueprint?
So if one of these albums
Didn't come out.
disappeared,
If it never came out, like, what would be the most impactful one that like it would have made the game go a whole different way if it never came out?
well, I would definitely say there. I mean, The Blueprint wasn't nothing for me there. I mean, I'm sorry.
We
That
can
was
mark The
like-
Blueprint out there for sure.
That wasn't shit there. You know what I'm saying? But between, you know what I mean? You have 2 major hitters on the West Coast, and then you got something that's forever, ever from East to West Coast people there.
Illmatic,
Example with that there. You know what I mean? I know you're gonna roll with that one there, but I'm gonna say The Chronic though for me.
Okay, well let's do that. That'll be our East Coast, West Coast, good host, bad host thing.
That's
Yeah,
my shit there. The Chronic, because I remember when that shit first came out on MTV, and I was actually in LA.
the first Chronic.
The first Chronic
Let
there,
Me
and I was
Ride,
watching. Yeah,
Dre
I was
Day.
watching him with the homeboy with the little sign doing the Easy E thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's that real shit for me because all my familia is all from there. You know what I mean? And I was at my uncle's house there. You know what I mean? My great uncle. And we were there for a party. I think it was like a family reunion or a graduation or some shit like that. But there was no graduation because we was all young. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck it was. Just maybe a, barbecue party or birthday or some shit there. But yeah, watching that video there, for me there, if that shit didn't come out, a lot of people wouldn't have as much pride in their culture for their particular region,
especially the West Coast,
as
right?
I should say there. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Lot of pride in their culture and what they do. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna say anything else other than that there because we all have our pride in our cultures and we all see that no matter from state to state, from country to country. The World Cup let us know that. The FIFA let us know that. You know what I mean? And
Super Bowl.
All we got to do is just make sure when we celebrate or if we lose there, let's keep it real proper and adult.
I know you think that I was going to go with Illmatic, dog, but now that I look at the list of examples, I'm going to have to go with Straight Outta Compton. I believe if Straight Outta Compton never came out, everybody would still be bitches to the cops. You know what I mean? Like not bitches like acting like a bitch to the cops, but
they just let everybody ride over them.
They would be the cops' bitches, literally. You know what I mean? Like people would just be letting the cops bitch them every single fucking day, punk them every single day. If Straight Outta Compton never came out with "Fuck the Police," you know what I'm saying? And
that shit came out earlier than us, son.
Right, exactly. So that's why I had to go with Straight Outta Compton. Because if that album would have never came out, it would have definitely had more of an effect on the rap game than if Illmatic never came out. Like, don't get me wrong, Illmatic, if it never came out, then people would have never really like analyzed where they're from to an extent where like, oh, let me show people where I'm from, like how Nas did, and explain it like how Nas did. That's like what everybody rapper-wise got out of the game from Nas, right? But if the ones that came out saying "fuck the police, don't let the police punk you," that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? Like if that would have never happened, like people would still just be letting the cops punk them, or maybe even worse, people would just be killing the cops more often. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and should be crazy as hell right now.
Yeah, exactly. So
they're killing all our peoples.
I just have a feeling that if Straight Outta Compton never came out, or The Chronic never came out, then the game would have definitely went a whole shittier route, or even like a more submissive route, if you will. So I agree with you.
Pretty loped out, man.
Yeah. Let's see.
Simone.
Which city outside of New York had the biggest impact changing the sound of hip hop, and during what era did that happen? So do you think another region had a bigger impact, like how New York first did when they created the golden era of hip hop?
Oh yeah. I mean, we all know the ATL there. You know what I mean? ATL there coming through from the 90s there with that real booty house bass, you know what I mean? 808, real heavy repetition, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then not to mention, you still had the follow-up right there from the Cousins from the South right there in Florida there with Uncle Luke, Two Live Crew. The next one that came out of left field for all of us there here in the Southwest was a man by his name was Carlos Coy.
Oh, SPM,
You know what I mean? That cat there, we still gotta let it be known. I mean, as far as the records and the numbers there.
Till this day, too.
On the radios, on all the shit, everybody had the CDs, all
Even
the collections there, all the mixtapes there, not to mention all the people he brought in there, you know what I mean? Low G, you know what I'm saying? You got hooked up with the Chingos there, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had a lot of cats that were involved in that camp.
And it really did set it off for this region.
For the H-Town there, for the
whole
Southwest
Southwest region. Like, definitely everybody's wearing the tall tees. Everyone was trying to get not a scraper, but what is it? What do they call those wheels out there?
Man, you talking about
the
them
pointy
fucking
ones?
the elbow pokers, man, rolling on the spider webs.
Yeah. So people were always they were on that tip for a minute. They were bumping this chopped and screwed. But you're right, though. SPM definitely did have an effect. And it maybe not as big as New York, but if till this day, I hear people like, SPM's my favorite rapper. He didn't do it. Yada yada, this and that. We've seen the interviews and the paperwork, or blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much controversy around this one individual, Carlos Coy, and I've seen it all from the beginning until now. And it's been crazy to see that.
We've seen the come up, and then we've seen where it's at right now at present day, which is fucking loco.
Yeah,
you know
and he's still in prison. So yeah, I'm not gonna say free Carlos Coy or anything like that, but I'm gonna be like. I do remember this SPM era. I guess for me, I would want to go with Detroit, right? I think Detroit.
What years?
I want to go with, and it's gonna be like the Eminem ICP beef era. You know what I mean?
You're still going mid to latter 90s.
Yeah. And I think if that would have never happened, a lot of MCs would have never been introduced to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Like rap beefing.
Royce to 5'9", would have never came out of the mix. T Grizzly nowadays wouldn't have been as famous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like Eminem and ICP beefing, and then Eminem being the entity that he became in hip hop or whatever that they hold him up to be,
right,
is what helped Detroit artists as a whole just get out of that slum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I would say that was probably their version of the SPM. Got their claim to fame, and then they wrote it until now. But
Yeah. Memphis
is another one.
Mafia.
Yep, 3-6 Mafia came out of left field. Definitely like in the early 90s, late 80s even. You know what I mean? Like 89 type shit.
It's old, man.
Yeah, coming out with mixtapes and shit like that, changing the game on these motherfuckers are literally putting like horror movie samples and chopping it up and making it sound crazy.
Voices in the tree.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff everything they did
all the
like
shit
that.
they were talking about. All the Lord Infamous shit, you know what I mean? The drug usage, all that shit, you know what I mean? That just
was wild.
Caught everyone by storm.
They was wild.
The Brother Lynch hungs, you know what I'm saying? Like all that kind of shit, all that
Headed
obscure
up
shit.
Cali.
Yeah.
Headed back up to the Bay, man. You know what I mean?
Sacramento.
Nothing was a bigger impact to me there at the time that changed my life there also at the time when I was like 20s. Motherfucking Bay, man. That Mac Dre.
Oh, yeah, the hyphy movement.
Era there. If y'all would have seen me in my hyphy era, y'all would have been like, who the fuck is this Spica right here? Y'all would have been like, oh, no, don't give that
the
Spica.
stunner shades and the bald head.
Dude,
there's a picture I seen of you, and it was like, was that Gru? I'm just kidding.
Groot.
No, from like Despicable Me.
Oh, I know, that's Groot.
Yeah. I was like, oh, damn. I was like, Omega looks crazy with the stunner shades on. But yeah, no, I remember that. I remember one time I was at a party. I was so influenced by the Bay that I didn't even have Thiz. I had mushrooms at the time, and I would just pop mushrooms, and I'd just be running around. This is what it is. Like I didn't even care, dog.
Just throwing up the tea.
Yeah, exactly. So it was one of those cool eras for sure. And then when you did finally find some ecstasy, you're like, oh, holy shit, this guy was doing this shit every day. Motherfucking crazy.
What?
But yeah.
Yeah. Those are those ones you wake up and you still be bubbling.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I fell asleep. It was so good. And then you wake up and you're like, I feel even better. Let's go fucking talk to the birds.
Speaking about feeling better, this episode is brought to you by Bisco Cheetos, the illest brand in New Mexico. Make sure you guys check out for the adventures of Cheeto and the apparel that's dropping the rest of the year. And hopefully some cookies by the end of the year as well. We're also brought to you by High Desert Relief, the premier cannabis dispensary in New Mexico. Make sure you guys hit Pod 5 off to get $5 off any purchase, any location.
$5.
Hey, we're smoking on that desert cheese, feeling at ease. That's that.
Put you on your knees.
Pause. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, but we're also brought to you by Polite's Bodega.
The only ones where you can get the pack of frajos for your tia. You can get some bongs for your amigo or your amiga.
Or get a pipa for your uncle.
For the whole familia. Then todo. They got it all.
Yeah, they do, right?
For real.
We're also brought to you by X7 Supply, Lotus Fightwear, and Ism 718. I always do that during
718.
This desert cheese is crazy. But yeah, they're the clothing brands that make your clothing brand a clothing brand. And make sure you guys go check them out for you need a one a done for the concert, or you need 1,000 for your merch booth. They got you covered, carnalito. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else. We're brought to you by
Gonzo Family Farms. There, if you're looking for those edibles, if you can't even smoke the grifa,
shout out little Gonzo.
You can't even get down with the smoke. You know what I mean? Maybe your old lady likes to take the gummies home, and you like to smoke. Or maybe, you know what I mean, the tia likes to get the drinks, no? So that way she can get a little bit hooked up at the party, you know what I'm saying? Tu sabes. Go get it. They got it from 100 to 1,000, you know what I mean? Don't kill her if you give her the 1,000, just hook her up with like a little bit of the 100 one. You know what I mean? Or give her a little chocolate, the Skull Crushers. Those come from 100 to 1,000. Or maybe even if she likes to smoke, they got the dog walkers there, the diamond dogs, or the fucking rosin dogs there, you know what I mean? Check those out, multiple flavors there.
Palabras.
And also, if she does dabs, if she's a new auntie, a new tia.
Rosin.
She likes to do the dabs homes, you know what I mean? Got the touch there. You know what I mean? The fizz, the fizz there. That's
Not the fuzz. That's
that strawberry. What was it? Strawberry cake
and sherbet guava or something like that.
Guava there. You
It
know
was
what I mean?
something crazy. Honestly,
It was nice there. You know what I mean? But everybody at the whole familia there at the Gonzo Family Farms, yeah, tú sabes there. You know what I mean? We got to give you your flores right now.
Give your
there,
flores while they're due. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tres flores for all of our sponsors. Straight up.
Simon.
I am your host with the most, the grossest uncle, Tio Val. This is my homie.
Hey, Omega with the funky dope flavor. Tío Borracho, you know, he holding it down. I te watcho.
No, and that's what they. That's how they.
We'll be right back.
You are now watching.
Just different.
Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey.
Yo. Welcome back. I am your host with the most, the grossest uncle, Tio Val. This is my boy.
Hey, Omega with the funky dope flavor, canalito.
Hey.
Canalita.
We are sitting at the top of the mountain right now, smoking on the best Chiba from High Desert Relief. Make sure you guys hit Pod 5 off, $5 off any purchase, any location. We're also brought to you by Biscochitos, Polite's Bodega, X7 Supply, Lotus Fightwear, Ism 718, and
Gonzo
Gonzo.
Family Farms, folks. You know what I mean? The list goes on, and we only gonna get more.
Hey,
Trust me.
I am wearing a shirt by Hometown Heroes today. Where I'm trying to land them as a sponsor next. So shout out to Hometown Heroes.
Got you.
You know, we're coming for that sponsorship next. You know what I'm saying?
Simone.
Before we went to the break, we answered some hip hop questions. You know, we went over the classic album of the week, but now we're gonna get into some current stuff. A Omega, did you hear about what happened with YG? He got detained for Draco, the Ruler's murder. Did you hear about that shit?
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Was this after verses and shit?
This was like going on during the verses. Like even the game made a joke about it while they were on stage. He said he woke up to TMZ saying this, then the third. He thought it was going to get canceled because of it. But I guess after the performance, then he was detained in the questioning for Draco the Ruler's murder. There's also a bunch.
That's crazy, dog. Draco was on his way up, bro.
Yeah. He was one of Drake's artists, right? Like he was on OVO, wasn't he?
Was he?
I think so.
Oh shit! I didn't not know that there, but I know that he was coming up there, Mr. Ghetto, Mr. Ghetto,
Yeah.
Mr. Ghetto.
And all of this follows the years of speculation because YG and Draco had a well-known feud before Draco was fatally stabbed backstage at the Once Upon a Time in LA festival in December 2021.
I saw that shit, and I was remembering. I saw some footage of those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like somebody had the phone and shit, and I was still doing like the security guard shit during the COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is crazy that they let that concert go down during fucking COVID.
Yeah.
Also, which is so coincidental there, but there was a lot of people on different agendas at that time, and everybody was kind of in lockdown there, so everybody was kind of scared of losing their spot.
Right.
Everybody was like looking towards their longevity and securing their longevity.
Yeah, even earlier this year, YG also publicly denied having any involvement with Draco the Ruler's death on his song "We Know the Truth." But this morning, I did see breaking news from the case that Draco the Ruler's bodyguard did admit to seeing YG behind the stage with a knife, slicing towards Draco the Ruler. He saw the hazel eyes behind the ski mask. He testified under oath about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just one of those things that just broke the case. The family's still looking for answers till this day, and I guess we're gonna find out the truth if YG really did murder Draco the Ruler and why. You know?
Was Draco a blood too?
I'm not sure. I think it might have been a Crip. For sure.
I'm not too sure there, you know what I mean? But again, too, you know what I mean?
Because he was always wearing
a lot
the
of different
blue,
hood politics
the
when
blue
it comes
LA
to
hats.
LA.
He was always wearing the blue LA hats.
Yeah, so
remember.
he probably a rip, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then he can't, you know what I mean? When you look with the Bloods there, and then somebody, they're taking more money out your pocket there as far as like the company or the organization.
Or just another rapper in
You know?
general with the more attention, you know what I'm saying?
Well, people get jealous. There's shit. You know what I mean? Oh, you're going to take me off of my ride. You know what I mean? We see a lot of folks that do that shit all the time.
Well, we've seen what happened with YG's last drop, right? He only made like 12,000 sales off of his album. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, that's crazy there. Let me bring up some other shit there. Talking about sales there, did you hear that Rick Ross's album?
That brings us into topic number 2. Rick Ross, he only sold 200 copies of his new album and was 50 Cent there for all of the trolling. Let's break it down. It said the 200 copies claim appears to be false and exaggerated. What is being reported is that it was estimated 26,000 was the projected sales for the first week drop of Rick Ross's new album.
Right, at least for the equivalent.
Yeah. But it wasn't enough to make the Billboard Top 200 or even the Top 20. So a rumor circulating on social media claimed the album would only sell 2,000 copies / units. And some posts even shortened that to 200. These numbers have not been backed by Billboard or Hits Daily Double yet. But as for 50 Cent, he is definitely trolling the fuck out of Rick Ross. He's telling him, pack it up already, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's listening to that the drug smuggling CO rap no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the facts. You know, honestly, like.
It's kind of crazy they're coming from a motherfucker there that's already fucking weaseled his way into the motherfucking stars and making multiple series of this and that there and fucking putting it syndication there.
50 Cent has like a trend of doing that, right? Like he'll link up and make a bunch of money and then he'll be like, this is my time to talk shit. You know what I mean?
What the fuck has he done music-wise?
I think the last thing he did music-wise was probably like
for his show.
Intro for his show, yeah.
For his shows there.
And he did like one feature, man. I think we talked about it in the past episode where he was like talking about going at like Jim Jones in the podcast.
But he hasn't done a motherfucking lick of music since there.
Nah.
Fucking
He does need to put out another album.
Something. That nigga fucking hasn't done nothing. He's just acting like he's up there saying, yeah, y'all speakers ain't doing nothing. I got the big money now. But I'm the best music person ever there, and I haven't done music ever. I just play with computers now.
I'm a media tech.
I'm just a computer tech. For real.
Shit.
Like, fucking, ¿qué pasó, man? Fucking put that shit on the fucking wax, Holmes.
Yeah.
Fucking stop being fucking such of a lever and put it down on the streets for real now.
Grow some cojones, way.
Fucking Simon.
All right, next topic. Hades 66 got hit with a glass in the head during his show. Do you know who this is, A Omega? I guess he's a Puerto Rican rapper, Hades 66. He got struck by a glass bottle or a drinking glass that was thrown by the crowd during one of his recent performances. I just thought it was one of those funny things that I've seen online.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, oh yeah. It was like
fucked up or what?
It just looked like a white rapper with cornrows getting hit with like a thick glass for sure, and it shattered on his head. It didn't cause any bleeding that I saw, but he was pretty pissed off. And hey, I'm on your side, Hades, bro. Like, I thought I'd never say that, but I'm on your side. I would be pissed off too. But depending on who threw the glass or the bottle or why, that's a different story. I can't back that up. You know what I mean? So,
You've been hitting the head with a bottle?
I've definitely been hit.
I've been hitting the head with a fucking bottle.
Yep.
That shit is not fucking fun.
It's not fun. I got hit with okay, let's see. What bottles did you get hit with? I got hit with a gallon of Jack Daniels full of liquor, and it still didn't bust. What'd you get hit with?
Oh, I got hit with a motherfucking square bottle. So it had it was a Lord Calvert bottle. Oh. And it had the little it was flat. So it was like a Jaeger bottle there. So it had that little edge and that fucking shit
it splits you open, right?
Popped me the fuck open.
Yeah.
Man, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, yo. And it was a female.
Yeah. So
Female
maybe it was
popped
one
me
of
in my
Hades
fucking
66
head,
baby's
dog.
mama or something. I don't know.
That shit hit me up
But-
and I was like,
Yeah, he was reportedly
Saw
hit in the head
stars.
by a glass thrown from the crowd during a performance. He appeared to keep performing afterward.
That's
As of
gangster.
now, there are no confirmed reports of serious injuries. So shout out to Hades 66, bro. Like it takes
And he kept the show going.
it takes a lot of balls and a lot of cojones way to fucking get hit in the head with a botella, and then we're still rocking for the AOs and AIs. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's fucking dope as fuck, dog. Yeah.
Yep.
And I want to commend you for that shit. I thought I was gonna go on some shit talking shit. That's sad, but nah, we gotta give the flowers where they're due over here at Blunt Kings Podcast. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? So
most people walk out.
shout out to Hades 66 for taking that glass bottle to the head, dog. Straight to fuck up.
And still fucking rocked it out. Tu sabes, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? And like your
definitely.
fans probably respect you more for that Because me just hearing that story makes me respect you just from that.
Kind of want to
principle.
bump your music now. See how
Just
hard
from
it
that
goes.
principle,
Yeah, for
huh?
sure. All right, last topic. Rest in peace to the legendary DJ Bigga Rankin, a true architect of Southern hip hop who gave countless artists their first real push. His influence reached far beyond the turntables. He opened doors, broke records, and helped shape the careers for some of the biggest names in rap. Salute to a pioneer whose legacy will live through the music and artists he believed in. Condolences to his family, friends, and the entire hip hop community. Rest in peace, Bigga Rankin, the legendary Florida DJ. Yes, he sadly did pass away on July 20th, 2026 at the age of 50. His family confirmed his death in a public statement. Bigga Rankin is one of the most influential mixtape DJs and promoters in Southern hip-hop. Over more than 3 decades, he helped break and support the careers of artists like Rick Ross, T.I., Jeezy, Yo Gotti, Plies, Gucci Mane, B.O.B., amongst others. You know what I'm saying?
And those people are real big contenders right now.
Yeah, definitely. He served as an A&R at Think It's a Game Records and was widely respected for mentioning independent artists and giving back to his hometown of Jacksonville through community events and back-to-school drives. True hip-hop legend from Florida. Rest in peace, Bigga Rankin, for sure. Definitely, you know, without him, there wouldn't be a lot of... I can't calm down! Sorry, wrong one. A lot of the rap's biggest names that we know today from the South. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have Gucci Mane, T.I., Jeezy, B.O.B. even. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Yo Gotti.
I mean? Like a long time I've been listening to Yo Gotti since like 99. 2000, 2001. So,
and we owe it all to Bigga Rankin. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
it's a huge loss for the hip hop community. It's just one of those things I thought we should bring up. A Omega, what do you think about this?
That's crazy there. I'm glad you brought that up because, you know, we all forget how sometimes these people lose these producers. You know what I mean? The people that have brought them up. You know what I mean? The older ones with the knowledge, they're the ones that have the scripts, the one that know the recipe to get that mix on. So that way you can really shine and be the best product that you could be for the masses.
Simón que sí.
And it's fucking chingao. Pero rest in peace, homie.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Bisco Cheeto's brand, the illest brand in New Mexico. Make sure you guys watch out for the adventures of Cheeto and the apparel dropping for the rest of the year.
Ow.
We're also brought to you by High Desert Relief, the illest cannabis brand in New Mexico. Make sure you guys go check out the dispensaries. Pod 5 off, get you $5 off any purchase, any location. Make sure you guys go check them out. We're also brought to you by
Lights Bodega. Go get your pack of cigarettes and tell them that Vile and Omega sent you. You know what I mean? They're gonna hook you up. Whatever you need. You know what I mean? Spoons, glass. You know, everything. You know, in between. You know, something for your Puffco. They're gonna hook you up real proper though. We're also brought to you by
X7 Supply, Lotus Fightwear, and Ism718 on Instagram. Make sure you guys check them out for a one and done, or if you guys need 1,000 for your merch booth, they got you covered for sure. We're also brought to you by
Gonzo Family Farms, the familia that hooks it up with the best edibles and drinkables in the Nuevo there for sure.
He's not
looking
lying.
from any increments between 100 to 1,000 there. Hostile drinks there, you know what I mean? 100 to 1,000 there. Skull Crushers, 100 to 1,000 chocolates there. Rosin dogs there, diamond dogs. If you're looking for something that's really gonna kick you in your butt there, those are the way to go. Pre-rolled infused joints there, you know what I mean? You're gonna love the shit out of
Those
them
are
there.
fire.
Also, Kushicles. Maybe you just want something that's a little subtle there, you know what I mean? 10 milligram, something easy, something nice, something light there, you know what I mean? Tu sabes. Good for the older folks. Keep them hydrated as well there for sure. Shout out to Cody's Touch there with the fizz. You know
Fizz
what I mean?
rosin. That shit's so fire. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He got us with the jam too, dog. He hooked us up with a gram of each.
The rosin and the
Super
jam. We
proper.
did a little egg the other day, and that shit was amazing.
Amazing, for sure. Make sure you guys go check them out. Cody's Touch. They're out of Mora, New Mexico. This has been a wonderful show. Blunt Kings, episode 53. I am your host with the most, the grossest uncle, Tio Val. And as always, this is my boy.
A Omega with the funky dope flavor. The fail, the AO. You already know, player. We don't play over here, though. Episode 53. You fuck with Wild and me. We'll see you later, baby.
You guys have a great night. Episode 54 coming soon. And also episode 53 of Crash Out the Sitcom dropping this week on Thursday morning. Make sure you guys check it out. Like, subscribe, and comment.
share, and link.
And tell all your homies about this shit. We're doing this shit for y'all. You know what I'm saying?